Hey guys, Big T here, and we just got our newest update for Contest of Champions. I've been doing a lot of videos on the game. I'm still playing, not as much. I've got some stuff going on in personal life that making time an issue. But I'm going to keep doing these new character models and that. I'm going to keep doing them every time an update comes out. And I'll try getting other videos out. But you can count on these videos coming out as soon as I can after the updates come out. So first thing let's take a look at is the prize graphics. This update is going to have a lot of X-Men in it. We can see we've got the Beast is going to be one. We also have there's our Civil Warrior. He hasn't shown up yet, but he should be coming. Before we see the new X-Men, we should probably see the Civil Warrior come out. Maybe next week. We also have Gambit. That's going to be that's one a lot of guys are waiting for, so he should be pretty cool. That's going to be a huge cutoff. Definitely an arena that if you don't like grinding, you might want to skip that one. Or spend money on crystals. That's what some guys are starting to do. And that's what Kabam wants you to do. They want you to buy the crystals instead. There's our Loki. They finally have a prize graphics for Loki. He's been in the file since the beginning, but he's finally going to make it out. Nightcrawler. It's got a prize graphic. What else we got here? That's about it for prize graphics. Now I should mention, I don't think she's in here. Jean Grey has been listed in the game files for quite some time. She's in here now. There's no prize graphics, so she might not be in as a arena, because that's what these are for crystals and the arena graphics is what they use these for. So that's usually an indicator of what's coming before the next update. And we don't see Jean Grey. We also don't see Weapon X Wolverine is also another one. So let's go to the portraits. Beast is there. I don't think we've got Jean Grey in here yet either. So that's hard to say. The thing with prize graphics and portraits, they're small enough that they can, if they've didn't put them in, missed out on them, they can stream them from the server. So that's not a big deal. We might still see them. The big indicator is game models. So we have Gambit. As long as they have the models in there, these pictures, they can just stream them over without an issue. Well, there's our Loki, Nightcrawler. See, we're not showing Jean Grey. We're also not showing Weapon X in here. So that might mean, oh no, we got Weapon X as a portrait, but not as a prize graphic. What that means with Weapon X, what we might see is Weapon X might be a quest villain, or might even be just a character. That's like we have a portrait and a prize graphic for Jessica Jones, and she was never playable, and they said they never intended on her being playable. So we might see him show up in the story mode or something, maybe as a boss on one of the levels, but there's a good chance Jean Grey and Weapon X might not be playable right away. So there we go. That's them. The other one that was I got kind of excited. There's a table of contents in with the files that lists the models, and it's very odd that we have a list for Grandmaster here, but I took a look in the models and there was no model for Grandmaster, so that might be something they left in there. When me and some of the other guys started digging into the files and pulling the models out, like I say, they had some of those models right from the release that we haven't. Like Loki was in there, I think maybe the very first release, his model was in there, and then they pulled it because I think they knew we were going in there and showing off stuff that wasn't released. So I think maybe they might have had Grandmaster that they've been working on, and they pulled him, but they just didn't delete his entry in the table of contents. Would have been cool. I kind of wanted to look at that model, but that's the Grandmaster there. My guess is he's going to be either a replacement for the Collector or an opponent for the Collector, kind of like Maestro was. Maybe might even do like a Civil War kind of a faction setup between him and the Collector. But expect him probably not to be playable, but to show up. They might even do a patch that'll put him in there. Maybe they missed out and accidentally didn't put him in. But he's coming. He's listed. Who knows when? Sometimes they list stuff in there and it's years before. It was just about a year or more than a year that Jean Grey was listed in there, and we're finally seeing her now. So let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into the models here. Here's my my Maya. There's our Beast. The thing with Beast is these game models, they use up a lot of memory. Let's change the background here so you can see it a little bit better. If I can. It doesn't look like it's going to change on me. Maybe on the different viewport. No, it's not going to go. Anyways, but you can kind of see here, he's got there we go. His fur is only in patches. If they made his fur stand out all over his whole body, it would slow things down because you'd have too much moving stuff and too much of a detail on the model. So he's going to be a little flatter than he should be. But he's got there was a leaked graphic of him fighting Nightcrawler, and I thought it was fake because it looked really cheesy. It is kind of cheesy, like his feet just look silly. But it's better than what that leaked picture looked like, which is good. He looks, I can already tell looking at it that they used Venom as a base. Like if you look at his hands and his claws, it's very, very close to what Venom. So it looked like they took Venom and just kind of reshaped that mesh. Let's do a quick render here. I won't do anything too high quality here. I don't have a lot of time this time around, but we'll get a nice close-up of his face here. Oops. Pretty cool looking. I might do some pictures. If you're on those Facebook pages, if I do some pictures, I might post them up there. Let's see how much time I have. But there's our Beast. Pretty cool looking. I like the guys with these glowing eyes. If they had a little bit more memory to work with, they might have been able to make the model a little better with the fur and that, but that's not too bad. Alright, let's look at Gambit next. There's our Gambit. Now, expect him to have some pretty nice animations. What they did, and it doesn't happen too often, is his body. You can see when I highlight the mesh, is separate from his jacket, and there's actually two different jacket files. So probably maybe in his special, one of his third special, or maybe even in the animation, the win animation, they might be using that other jacket. So expect that to be flowing around and look pretty wild. I didn't load up his staff. Again, if I do, I've got the models pulled out for his cards and his staff and that, but I didn't put them in here. If I do a picture, I'll maybe put them in. But yeah, there's the body was what is it, about half a meg, and then each jacket by themselves was half a meg. I looked at the jackets; they looked pretty close. It might be just a matter of they needed something to be shaped a little different. But that wouldn't change in fight. So there's probably one jacket's probably a lower polygon, so it'll load quicker for in fight. And then, like I say, for one of the special videos for the finishing maneuver or something, it might switch jackets out on them. So there's pretty good detail. Let's do a quick render. He's got some pretty cool looking eyes too. Very detailed jacket. Like, they got a lot of detail on that. So he should be pretty cool. So there's our Gambit. Let's look at Jean Grey. Jean Grey, it's the not the Phoenix Jean Grey, but the Marvel Girl, I think they call her. Not a lot to be seen there, I don't think. Again, pretty good detail. If they give her some of the Phoenix powers, will be pretty neat. I could probably turn down the reflections a little bit on these renders. Kind of rushed to put this out. I got some other stuff that I got on the go here, so. But let's turn the reflections down. Do another render here. That's better. But I noticed these all these new models except for Beast there's higher resolution than the previous models. So I don't know if they're going to update some of the other models, but if you look at them, they're really nice. A nice look to them. Pretty wild. That's like the Black Panther, that reflective skin that he had on that Civil War Black Panther. I was pretty blown away with what they did with that. So let's take a look at re-downloaded Loki. I might be wrong, but I think they changed him. If you look back, I think in two of my videos I have Loki, but he's finalized now, so it looks, to me, he looks a little different. Let's crank this reflections down on this guy as well and do a quick render. Yeah, they've definitely changed him up a bit. I'm still not crazy about his look, but it's different. Better than it was. And Nightcrawler next. Now he's got a posable tail, which was kind of cool too. I might do a picture of him. His tail just kind of sticks out with the default position, but if you take a look here, we're going to be able to fully pose his tail, which is very neat. So expect his tail to do some pretty wild stuff in the game as well. Yeah, he's probably going to be the first guy I do a picture of with. I like that tail action there, and of course he's got those nice glowy eyes too. Pretty cool. That picture that that picture they had of him fighting Beast was definitely didn't do the models any justice. It looked kind of cruddy. Last one, Weapon X. Like I say, Weapon X didn't have a prize graphics. I'm on the fence about Weapon X. Big, hairy, naked Wolverine with a VR helmet. I'm not too sure if that's something we really need, but he's definitely big, he's definitely hairy, and he's definitely naked. Maybe even if they left the helmet off, but he's still, I don't know. Maybe that's why he doesn't have a prize graphics. Maybe they're not fully decided on whether to release them like this. I'm not crazy about it though. Might be an arena that I might be able to actually win a character on though. Because I can't see him being very popular. Let's do a render here. I guess it's not too bad. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Should take a look and see what they did with his there we go. Show off of a little fang here. Well, there you go. I'll make it nice and quick here. I won't do a picture yet. I got quite a bit on the go, and then we still have our Alliance going. Big shout out to all the guys in the Alliance. 420. going strong. Not getting our class cats, but I won't get into that rigmarole. Kabam has said that the next season we're going to have a new map, map 6, and they say they're changing policies, they're changing rewards, so we'll see. I hope they scrap Prestige, but that's a big money maker for them. I won't get in too much of a bitch fest. I posted a lot of posts on the forums if you want to go in there. Has a lot of my opinion. But there we go. Let me know what you think. If you want to see any of these characters in a little more detail, let me know. If you want to see more Naked Wolverine, I'm guessing guys are going to want to see some more Gambit. I have to decide. I want to play around with Nightcrawler, but I might do a Gambit picture and play around a little bit with him. There we go. Hit like if you like the video, dislike if you don't, and hopefully I'll have more videos before the next update. But like I say, I guarantee when these updates come out, I'm going to show off the models. I'll try getting in a model where I pose and do a picture before the next update as well. Maybe more of them. It's tough for me right now, but I'll see what I can do for you guys. So we'll see you on the next one.